So in today's video, I'm going to be doing some shop reviews in an attempt to help you guys to build your perfect shops. One of these shops I'm going to be talking about has over 2,000 designs, and also give tips and tricks on some of the other shops I'm going to be talking about. Make sure to drop a like, as that would be very much appreciated. And with that said, let's jump straight into this. Hi guys, my name is Phil and welcome to the Money Game YouTube channel. For anyone that's new around here, I make print-on-demand content to both motivate and to give you guys tips and tricks on how you can improve your print-on-demand shop. Now, if you are new around here and you haven't already, please do click on that subscribe button and make sure that you turn on the notification bell, and that way you won't miss out on any of my future uploads, as well as information that can help you guys to make some extra money on the side. And on top of that, for those who don't already know, down in the description, I have a free print-on-demand start guide that features a lot of the information that I used to get my first few sales online through websites like Redbubble. And besides that, for anyone who might be looking to turn this into more of a full-time thing, I also have a paid step-by-step guide that's linked below. So check that out if that's something you think you would be interested in. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing 5 shops. These are shops that you guys submitted. And for the people that I will cover in this video, hopefully you do take these tips on board. And if you're watching and you want your shop to be reviewed in a future episode, make sure to go on the link down in the description and you can actually submit it there. Jumping straight into it, this is the first shop. We have NTN No Taken Name, and as you can see there, it's got a fairly decent looking banner and a logo that's fairly decent. The only thing I would pick at there is that the colors don't match, so maybe match them up so the shop has a bit of a theme. And besides that, I'm seeing the shop has 224 designs, which is always good to see because not a lot of people get to that point in terms of designs. Scrolling down, I'm seeing a collections tab at the top. They don't have a featured collections tab, so that's something that could potentially add onto their shop just to add that little bit more to it. And besides that, going through, I'm seeing a variation of products from masks, greetings cards, phone cases, t-shirts. There's a whole lot going on here. Now, if I scroll right to the bottom, I can see this shop has 120 favorites, which means some people are finding the shop and it's doing fairly okay for a shop with 200 plus designs. Now, as for what I would recommend straight off the bat, is that this shop needs to pick a certain amount of products that it wants to focus on. The 4 I would usually recommend are greetings cards, which I can see one off right there, stickers, and you can create sticker packs to allow you to stand out even more. You can create things under kids clothing, and you can also create masks, as those products have been products that have been doing consistently well for myself for quite a long time. And looking through this shop, I can see some masks, like I said before. I can see some stickers. There's not enough sticker packs. I mean, I've only come across one, so that's something that they could definitely add into the shop to allow it to obviously stand out a little bit more. Now, I'm gonna go onto a random design. I'm just gonna go on this greetings card here because it looks fairly cool. It's been titled "Thank You Heart." Now, I'm not too sure what this is in regards to. I'm not too sure if it's just referring to the word heart, as in a love heart, or if it's referring to something else. Either way, I feel like there's a lot more information that could be added into the title there just to help it rank a little bit better when it comes to search. And I can see here in the description, they've just put "thank you for buying this." You could add something in there that's similar to the title, if not just the title itself, just to add to the search power of this design. Going further down, I'm seeing this is activated on 91 plus products. So that's pretty much everything. You're probably missing 2 or 3 products there. So you just want to double check to see if everything is enabled. It's usually kids clothing that people forget to enable. Nevertheless, scrolling further down to look at the tags, I am seeing that they've got fairly simple tags in there. So thank you, thanks, thank you, thanks, heart, hearts, just things to do with obviously the title, and it looks like it's been repeated quite a lot, so it's something that they might want to stay away from. I mean, what I would recommend, if you wanted to create a design like this, obviously that has hearts in the title, you can literally go on the search bar and type hearts to see if anything comes up. So we're seeing here to still hearts, heartbeat EKG. Let me put hearts. So here to still hearts is something that's popping up, so you can maybe add that in your description, maybe even in your tags, or find a way you can formulate your title around that as well, as that's something that's currently trending. And little things like this will give your shop a boost, and designs like this a boost, to allow you to be seen by more people. Besides that, I would say stay consistent with what you're doing in regards to the designs. You pretty much have most of it unlocked. You just need a few more pieces to the puzzle and you will get there. So yeah, take on the information that I'm saying, and before you know it, you'll see the shop will start to get a lot more traction than it might be doing now. Jumping us onto our next shop, we have Yash Salani. I hope I've said that correctly. Nevertheless, I just want to say the banner stands out straight away. The oranges, blues, reds, I'm thinking that everything jumps out. They've put get creative design that suit your style. Okay, so they've been creative with the banner, which is good to see there. And the logo somewhat matches the banner, which is always good to see. And scrolling a little bit further down, I'm seeing 145 designs, so I just want to congratulate them for that. Anyone who makes it over 100 designs is someone that is willing to put in the work, so that's always good to see. Scrolling a little bit further down, we're seeing a featured collection. So obviously St. Patrick's Day is something that happened fairly recently. So it happened on the 15th of March, if I'm correct. And I understand this is probably why they have this up there. Now the holiday is gone, I would probably say to swap out this featured collection with some of the other collections, which I am seeing here, and which is also good to see. Nevertheless, when it comes to the products, I am seeing a variation as per usual. There's t-shirts, masks, acrylic blocks, which is something that I don't usually see, alongside a variation of different styled products. What I would actually assume here is that this person is using the default product view. Now, in my opinion, and from my own experience, I would not recommend for you guys to use that, because it can sometimes limit you. I would say to focus on products that have high chances of selling and then making them as your front image. Like I mentioned with the last shop, products you can focus on are kids clothing, stickers, masks, greetings cards. These are things that are still performing quite well right now. So these are things that this person can also add to their shop in a Redbubble market that's getting quite competitive at the moment. Scrolling down, I'm seeing that the shop has 28 favorites, so still got a ways to go in regards of getting traction. But it's good to see that some people have found some of the products that are on this shop. I'm just gonna go on a random design, so we'll go on this one. So obviously St. Patrick's Day has already happened, but let's just see what they did in regards of the title. So they just titled this St. Patrick's Day 2021 in lockdown. So they decided to go with the lockdown theme in regards of their design. Scrolling down, I can see they had it only on 72 products, so they didn't actually activate this on everything, which is something that I would strongly advise to do, mainly because the more products you get out there, the more chances you create for yourself for potentially getting a sale, which is more important than people recognize. Scrolling down, in terms of the tags, they've added in things like Irish St. Patrick's Day Island. Right, okay, they went in pretty strong with the tags. The only things I wouldn't have added in there are things like Among Us, Imposter, mainly because it's not really related to this design. Nevertheless, the shop itself, I mean, it's going in the right direction like the last shop I mentioned. They just need to pipe down and focus on a certain amount of products. When I say that, pick 4 products and make those products your default view. What I usually recommend to people, especially people trying to get to the first 100 designs, is that once you have your 4 products, make 25 designs that are optimized for each product to get your first 100, and then depending on what works best, keep doing that. On to the next shop, we have Avani Zero1. So the banner says contributing to your happiness. It's a banner that stands out, banner that's very bright. Got a featured collection there. Happy Easter, it says, so it's Easter related, which is coming up, so that's something that could potentially do well for them. There's a few amendments I would like to talk about in this collection, but I'll get to that in a moment. But before I do, I'm seeing more featured collections down here, which is always good to see. And in terms of products, they have gone for sticker packs, which is amazing to see. Sticker packs do really help you when it comes to trying to stand out. They've also used things like greetings cards and a variation of other products from what I can see here. Now, I'm not too sure if they're using the default product view. If they are, I would always recommend for people to select certain products. If not, that's good. And before I go into what I was going to talk about before, I'm seeing that this shop has 536 favorites, which means people are finding it, which is always good to see. Now, one thing I would say this shop needs to amend, just little changes to be fair. So with these greetings cards, as you can see there's a lot of white space, a lot of white areas there. And from what I've noticed, people that usually end up with designs like this are people that usually design on Canva. If you want to fix this to make sure that the whole card is filled, you want to be using dimensions of 5,000 by 7,100. If you can't actually do that on Canva, there's websites out there like Photopea, which pretty much is an online version of Photoshop that will allow you to do that for free. So maybe look into that, and then you can optimize your greetings cards. That way when people come across them, they're most likely to buy from you in comparison to someone else. Besides that, in terms of the shop, obviously there's a lot of different products. I would pass on the same information in regards of picking whichever products have been working for you. I would pass on the same information in regards of picking whichever products have been working for you. As I can see here, you've got 54 designs. I strongly recommend for you to push as hard as you can to get to that 100 design mark before you even start thinking about making your next move in regards of where to take your shop. I'm quickly gonna click on the design. So this sticker pack looks pretty cool. The spacing on it is pretty cool as well. So let's see what you've done with this. You've titled it I Make People Happy. So it's a play on words on I Make People Happy, I'm guessing. Scrolling down, I can see this is only available on 86 products. So she needs to definitely make sure that everything on this is activated. In the description, I can see I Bake People Happy print. So the title's also been added in the description, which is always good to see. And as for the tags, there's quite a lot of tags there. Redbubble usually recommend up to 15 tags, but from what I'm seeing, she's tried to be effective with the tags that she's used. So things to do with women empowerment, as I'm sure it was Women's Day not too long ago. In terms of putting products in there, I wouldn't really recommend you put things like aprons in there, because apron is a product in itself on Redbubble. So on that product, this keyword will be added into the tags automatically. I mean, besides that, the shop looks great. It's just about getting more designs on, as like I said, the shop's under 100 designs. So there's ways to go, and yeah, please do your best to make it to 100 designs before you try to progress obviously onto what you want to do next. Moving us on, we have this shop here. So Miracle 50. Now there's a lot of things we need to talk about with this shop, but before we get to that, I just want to say, firstly, the banner looks amazing. It stands out. It says welcome, so happy to see you. So from the very get-go, we have a play on words that's used in the banner there, with some great graphics to support that, which is always good to see. As for the logo, it doesn't really match the banner. This is just my OCD kicking in. If I was running this shop, I would maybe take something off of this banner and then put it in the logo, just so everything kind of matches together. Nevertheless, the shop itself has 2,472 designs, which is very impressive if you ask me. Now I'm seeing that they've got collections here. They don't have a featured collection at the top, so maybe that's something that could potentially add in there. And from the designs that I can see on the front page, I'm seeing greetings cards, acrylic blocks, leggings. So I would probably take it that they are using the default view to actually post out their products. They're not actually selecting a main product, which can be a problem. Now this shop has 516 favorites, which in my opinion does not match the amount of designs they have. They should have a lot more favorites than that, and should also probably be getting a lot more sales than they are getting at the moment. And I feel like one of the main things that affects that is the fact that they are using the default product view. What I would usually recommend, like I've been saying throughout this whole video, is to pick 4 products. Now the advantage that this shop has is, with so many designs, you can actually see which of your products are being liked more in terms of design, and then focus on optimizing those products more. Let's just say with this design here that says let's play some soccer, if a lot of people are liking this on a t-shirt, for example, you'd want to make the default image for this a t-shirt. Same if it was any other product. I feel like if this shop starts to actually pick a product it wants to use as the front image, the favorites will start to increase throughout the shop, and this could potentially lead to more sales. As for the designs, I mean, they're doing a great job in terms of the designs, changing things around, playing with the variation of things. And I like the fact that they are even using scalable designs. So I'm seeing Granny Shark, Hermano Shark, which is pretty funny. But yeah, they're using a variation of things. I'm not too sure if this is anything that's copyright because it doesn't say Baby Shark. So they might be okay to actually use this. But besides that, from what I can see, the designs are very simple, but simple designs that stand out are usually what sell the most. So they definitely know what they're doing in terms of the designs. They just need to make sure that they're optimizing their shop a lot more. Now I'm going to click on a design just to have an idea how the titling and tags are on the shop. So this one, they've titled it Let's Play Some Soccer. So fairly simple. What I personally would have done with this title is let's play some soccer and then put funny or cool and then football design. I would have just used an adjective to describe the design a little bit more and then just used football in there as well, so we have both keywords of obviously soccer and football. Scrolling down, I can see that this design is available on 92 products, so I think one thing is missing there, so just try to make sure that everything is activated. There's a lot of keywords in there, all in relation to football, which is always good to see. And Redbubble, they recommend using up to 15 tags. One thing that I love about the shop is the fact that there is a lot of designs, but the main things to kind of consider when it comes to the designs on the shop is to make sure that they are being optimized and that you are using the correct products for them. Now, the method, like I said, I would use is to make sure that you select the products that are getting you the most favorites by design. So if it's things like t-shirts, masks, greetings card, whatever. And from that, if you're pretty much giving people what they want, you will start to see an increase in sales, an increase in favorites, an increase in overall traction on the shop. And those 2,000 plus designs that are on the shop will then start to pay off. So yeah, I hope that helps and that gives insight. Next up, we have Questa. I'm not sure if that's pronounced correctly, but the banner looks great. The logo and the banner matches, and there's a whole nice theme branding going on here, and I really do like it. I'm seeing 134 designs on the shop, and the very first thing at the top is a featured collection that says digital art, which is always good to see. And I can see straight off the bat this person is trying to stay on top of trends, and trends are your friends. Trends is what will allow you to bring in sales, traction if you're not getting any of those sort of things. Moving lower down, I'm seeing they've got featured collections, which is always good to see. Some cool designs there. They've actually created different versions of the same design, which is something that I've spoke about in a lot of my videos because it's very effective. Scrolling down, I mean, I'm seeing different products as mentioned before: masks, t-shirts, stickers. They've got some sticker packs in there. They are really trying to be as creative as they can, which is always good to see. Scrolling right to the bottom, favorite wise, the shop has 284 favorites, which is always good to see. I can see that they've definitely been trying to get themselves out there, trying to follow people, trying to get followers, just trying to get more attention to the shop. But one thing I would say would allow the shop to move further faster is to keep concentrating on trend related things for now, so not forever, just for now, till the shop starts to get a little bit more traction. And once that traction comes, you can then start to be more creative with potentially evergreen designs. I'm just going to click on this design here just to see how you've gone around the titling and everything alongside that. So you've titled this Stop Asian Hate, hashtag Stop Asian Hate, and then obviously neon green just to highlight the color that you've used for this one. Firstly, I just want to say great title. I mean, great use of keywords as well, very effective. And I'm pretty sure you've noticed maybe some favorites or a couple of favorites here and there on some of these designs due to that. It's only available on 84 products. I would recommend you to, enable everything. It's something I always say, but enabling everything gives you more opportunity to get sales. You've also added in the description the title, which is always good to see. and then scrolling down, you've not gone too crazy with tags. You've tried to be creative with what you've done here, which is always good to see. And I mean, to be fair, I would say you've done a fairly good job with the tags as well, and just overall a good job when it comes to the titling, description, and tags of things on the shop. One thing I would recommend for the shop to do is just to stay consistent. Keep posting designs. Now that you have over 100 designs, you can see which designs people like more. Keep making more of the designs that are getting you the most favorites and or the most sales, and you will notice that in due time this will play a big part in allowing your shop to get to that point where it becomes very successful. Nevertheless, that is it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, please do drop a like, as that would be very much appreciated. I'm enjoying doing these shop reviews and trying to help you guys get to a point of building your perfect shops. So if you want to see more of these, down in the comment section, comment down more reviews and I'll keep them coming. Nevertheless, that is it for today. Always remember that everything is rigged in your favor and manifest success.